parents used to pester, and to escape from my parents only, I used to go to the school every day. Then why did you come to receive the prize? My parents have come to the school on that day to see me receiving the prize. So, I did not come. Therefore, it is very, very important that the students are recognized, but at the same time, flooding the stage with prizes and making the chief guest and guest of honor tired before they start speaking something to the students is not done. I know the pulse of Dr. Vijayan. He has moved with elite people. He has equated himself with the intellectuals. Therefore, he organized this event also, praise distribution ceremony also, in an apt manner with less number of students receiving the prize. I also witnessed the parents who have come with the children. It is also a novel venture. The parents are also received on the stage and they are being honored. I could see that many parents look very young. So I think something to do with the Zion school, as the chairperson himself looks young. He has got a mechanism to alchemize the parents to become young. The teachers were all joyous to receive the prizes except a few people who have made the children score many centums. So they were serious on the stage also. I think Dr. Vijayan should teach them the art of smiling when they receive the prizes. I am really happy to see that this school is one of the premier institutions in this area. It started 39 years ago, and you can imagine what was the situation of this place 39 years ago. Educationally backward, not many schools were there. Whenever we want to go to Chennai from Kanjipuram, the shortcut will be through the Vellacheri road. Today, the road has got so much of traffic jam that we could come only by 4:45. We thought that it would take only 30 minutes, but it took nearly 1 hour. So not much educational institutions were there. And Zion School commenced its journey as a novel venture to educate the people in and around Tambaram who were earlier going somewhere else to seek their education. I have myself experienced many parents coming to me requesting me for a recommendation to get a seat in Zion Matriculation School. And I have recommended also. My nature is I recommend, but I won't follow it up because it is left to the chairman to give or not. And he has given also. Some of them have got educated in Zion. Later they have come and met me and they have told me that they got very good marks and they have got admission in the premier higher education institution. This particular institution is known for shaping the children in all spheres, not only restricted to academic spheres, but the overall development is being aimed at. I was enthralled to see the nomenclature of this annual event. It is Prospero. There is a character called Prospero in the play written by Shakespeare, that is Tempest. In Tempest, the main protagonist is Prospero, is a magician. Just because of his interest in magic and clairvoyance, he lost his country to his younger brother, and finally he has to live in an island with his daughter Miranda. A beautiful play. Prospero is none other than Shakespeare himself. In the end scene, the magician will throw his magic wand and he will say, hereafter I will not do magic, and he will retire to normal life. Similarly, with the Tempest, Shakespeare also stopped writing plays, and that was the final play he wrote. So Prospero has got many meanings. One is prosperous, another is luxuriance, another is growth, another is continuance. All these meanings are conveyed in the term prosperous. Today, I felt very happy to share the stage with Dr. Adiboli. Dr. Adiboli joined as Chief Educational Officer in Kanchipuram. We had a person before him who was not much interested in education as well as in having a relationship with the district administration. In one way, I got him transferred and I asked the Secretary School Education to appoint a young man who could run along with me to cater to the requirements of the people. At that point of time, Kanchipuram was not educationally advanced, sparing a few private educational institutions. Dr. Adiboli came and joined, he met me, and we used to meet regularly in the evening hours to discuss how to go about the improvement of education in Kanchipuram district. We introduced the system of honoring the best teachers in the district. Earlier, the best teacher award will be given only by the state government. We said, why not the district do it? We will also honor. There were some hurdles in the Directorate of School Education saying that how could you initiate this kind of award? Dr. Adiboli told them that this was initiated by the collector and nobody dare ask me about this initiative. We also saw that funds are mobilized to the tune of 3.9 crores way back in 1998 to provide infrastructure to government schools which did not have enough classrooms. We got funds from the MPs, MLAs, from the district development funds and constructed a lot of classrooms in the areas where the infrastructure was lacking. We used to do joint inspections. He was mentioning about the moonlight schools which were started to provide education to the children who were working in the loop. If the child happens to be less than 14 years, you can admit them in the regular school. The possibility was there. We admitted nearly 86 children in the regular curriculum, and those children were doing extremely well in the school. As they were deprived of the education, they were able to understand the importance of the education. They had the longing for learning. Khalil Gibran says, every seed is a longing. Every child is a seed. Every child has a potential to become a tree, branch off, have flowers and spread the fragrance. The children who were above 14 years could not be admitted in the schools for two reasons. One is that it is not considered hazardous after 14 years. If a child reaches 14 years, in those days, working in the loop was not a hazardous occupation and they are permitted by law. Now, of course, they raise the age to 18 years. Even in the silk looms, they raise the age to 18 years. Even in the silk looms. So we wanted to organize some special schools in the evening. Dr. Adiboli initiated the inauguration of moonlight schools in Pillayarpalayam. That was the first school we commenced, and nearly 12 schools were started in various places and 2,000 children studied. More than 50 students have completed their degree and masters in various subjects and have got seats in the government service. Many of them are now working for the government. The greatest achievement of this Nilavali school is the recent result of TNPSC. One student who studied in the moonlight school has got selected as DSP and is undergoing the training. You can just imagine the students who come in the regular stream, undergo coaching in various coaching institutions and struggle to clear the competitive examination. But this boy stopped his education when he was doing his 5th standard, had his curriculum only in the moonlight schools. After passing his +2, studied on his own, became a clerk in the secretariat, and now he has got selected as DSP. This was only possible because of the cooperation given by the education department. I am really grateful to all those people who helped us in running the Moonlight School, and I cannot take the credit for myself. It was a teamwork. When the compares were praising Dr. Vijayan, he was saying that I am not alone responsible for this. This is due to the teamwork. One individual cannot transform this society. We require many more hands to work for a cause, and then only we will be able to know the results and reap the fruits. While giving the welcome address, Dr. Vijayan was mentioning about the post-COVID situation all over the world. For nearly 2 years, we restricted the movement of the children, and they were not allowed to move out of their homes. It was almost like a prison for them. In such a situation, children got addicted to their smartphones. We provided education through the smartphones. Desmond Morris has written a beautiful book called Human Zoo. In that book, he mentions that the animals that I place before the parents. Second thing is spending quality time with the children. Dr. Vijayan stressed that also. He said that you should spend quality time with the children. Let me ask the parents, what is quality time? Quality time is not watching the television together. Quality time is not going for dinner together. Quality time is to lend your ears to vent out the feelings of the children. When they come out of the school, they carry all kinds of problems. Never compare your experience in the school with the experience of your children in the school. It's totally a different era. When we were in the school, we had only one objective: to study. We never had any distraction. We never had any diversion. But today, the world is full of distractions and full of diversions. Children do not like parents saying that when I was a boy, I used to study like this. When we were boys, we never had any problem. We never had any entertainment. We did not have televisions. We did not have internet. We did not have smartphones. We did not have such sophisticated electronic gadgets. Owning a radio itself is a rare phenomenon in those days. But today, children have all kinds of distractions. How to wean them from the distraction is the main question that is to be asked. We have to become disciplined. I would request the parents to become disciplined. Make your house a place of silence, not a place of silence which would be akin to the silence of the graveyard. Even the graveyard is silent, but nobody would admire the silence of the graveyard. What I subscribe to is the silence of the garden. The garden will have silence, but the silence will be interrupted by the cooing of the cuckoos, warbling of the nightingales, chirping of the birds, and the rustling of the leaves. And that kind of silence is to be there in the house. Let me request the parents also to study for 2 or 3 hours along with your children. Have a reading hour starting from 7:30 to 10 o'clock. Study with your children. You can imagine the number of calories that are being added. They have conducted a research and they have found out that the children who consume ultra-processed food need not have to chew the food. So the jaw level itself is reduced. They do not know how much they consume. They eat at least 500 calories more than what they could consume normally. It doesn't have fiber, it doesn't have protein, it doesn't have vitamins, it doesn't have minerals. It has only high fat, salt and sweet. Therefore,